In this tutorial, in this part of the tutorial, the modular slots tutorial, we're going to lay our unit forms out on our sheet. Let's start by grouping each one of these, and you'll see why that's a good idea. I'm going to group this one, Control G. Let's run this one, Control G. And I'm going to do a Control G here. And now that we've done that, I'm going to unlock my layer here, and I'm going to make that my current layer. And I'm going to create a bounding box around these objects. And you'll see why in a second. And I'm going to select these, and I'm going to move these over to my sheet. And I'm going to give myself about a 1/4 inch from the edge of my page. I like to give myself a 1/4 inch. Okay. And now that I have these laid out, on my sheet, I'm going to use my array command. Just the array command. Okay. And I'm going to give a number in the X direction. I'm going to say 12 in the X direction. And I'm going to say 6 in the Y direction. And I only want 1 in the Z direction. So you can actually use this to make 3-dimensional arrays of solid objects. You should store that for future reference. Okay. And I'm going to hit enter. And I want to make sure that my preview is turned to yes. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to move a 1/4 inch from this end of my array, and I'm going to move this over to here, and then I'm going to move this down like so. And I'm going to move this over so there's a 1/4 inch, so that it butts up like so. And then I'm going to hit enter like that. I'm going to take a look at this. See how this looks? And yes, that does cover my sheet fairly well. Okay. And I can hit enter. And now what I could do, I can get rid of all of these. And I can get rid of all of those. Okay. And now I can select these. And I have a little space here. Okay. Now let's say I want, so now if I looked, I got 3 in this direction. And I've got how many units? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 in that direction. So it's actually like 3 and 7 is what I can fit comfortably on this sheet. 3 and 7. So let's go back, and we're going to space them out on the sheet a little nicer if you want to do that. So we can go through our array command once again, and I know that the number in the X direction is 7, and the number in the Y direction is 3, and the number in Z is 1. And so here, I can go here, like so. And now I can, if I wanted to, I could zoom out, and I could space them out on my sheet. Let me turn off my grid snap. And now I have about a 1/4 inch, like so. Okay. Now, and so now I have those out there like so, and those are laid out on my sheet. Not quite a 1/4 inch there. I could get that tighter if I wanted to. And I just keep the same values. I go from this corner right here. Put it on there. And as you can see, I can lay these out quite nicely, like that. And that's gives me about a 1/4 inch around each side. Okay. Note that I have these spaces here, and if I wanted to, I could create another unit form inside of here, and perhaps array that through the center here, if I wanted to do that. That would be like if I wanted to get more of these unit forms here, I could do Shift Control G, and I could take these like so, and I could do a grab that, Alt tap it, and do a rotate. Turn on my center snap. Like that. And I can see if that'll fit down in here. Like so. Drag that over a bit there. And I'm going to trim that a little bit. And trim that out like that. And I could also I'm going to leave that like that. And now I could do I know that it's 7, right? So let me make sure that that's all joined together. I'm going to do an array. And the number in the X direction 7, Y is 1, now Z is 1, and go from there. Actually, I can get more than 7 on this. If I turn off my center snap. And I can change the number to 8. Okay, and so I've got 8 there. And I can go through here, select all of those, and make sure that it's aligned there. My ortho snap turned on, drag that down here, like so. And I Alt tap that to add a copy. And there I filled in all of that space in my sheet. And I have some of these extra connectors now that I can use. And now this sheet is ready and formatted for laser cutting. I could go in, select all of those and make them magenta. And this layer right here I could hide. And here is my sheet with my objects, and everything is ready and prepared for laser cutting. And here are your modular slots. Okay, and this is a really nice use of the sheet. And there are a lot of different ways that you can go about this, but I hope that this tutorial provides a conceptual overview of a workflow that you can use to have success.